Hey everybody, it's time for Danganronpa. It's gonna be we are going to play this game to the end today, unless something weird happens, like the room gets filled with smoke, which should not happen today because Beach left the house. Alright, who I got in chat? I see Eric, Swiss Cheese, Conspiracy of Cartographers, Runder Toast, John Loke Cole, G-Dwarf, PM Avers. Oh, there's so many of you today. Sniper Pumpkin, Kitty Blitzer. I know I saw Phoenix Millier in there before. Helios, Fickle Muse, MTV CDM. Wow, there are a lot of you today. That is very awesome. Just gonna make sure my windows are correct. Hey, John. I did the tweet, I did the thing. Now we can go into the chapter. I almost was late because I was watching Paul and James. Aggravatingly watching Paul and James. Anyway, this game. Hey, Kavina. Continue. Alright, so chapter 6. We are redoing the trial from chapter 5. We have to tell all the school secrets. And there's all kinds of things. Hey, Safari Man! I'm not going to talk about the elevator, because it's always the same. There was no fear, no mystery left. Steady legs. Come on. Oh, right. Also, everyone thinks I did this. Passed the threshold. Stood in elevator. Said the word deadly to myself 16 times. And the word deeper 1,000,000 times. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. And then the sound went away too. Oh, this was a bad elevator to go into. Oh, okay, no, we're just having alone contemplating time. Okay. That's fine. You didn't say the word despair 6 times. The final trial site. What do you think? Isn't just perfect background for deciding a person's fate? Long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat. Well, I mean, I guess we did just right. You are one of them.
Kills, chills, kills.
Everybody thinks we did it because there was a picture where I was not in it that they all saw except for Kyoko, who is like, I don't need to know about things, and I'm like, but if you know about things like that, then you know when people are, why people are going to think what they're thinking, and you also come to the same conclusion I did, which was like, I probably took the photo. Alright. I don't think I really gained any new skills that I don't already have yet.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule.
Of course you have.
So listen up.
Oh no.
If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win!
Oh, the special rule's the rule we are. Okay, sure. Why not? That's
But
fine.
if you can't, then I win! And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
I feel like that won't be true.
Yep, sure will.
I don't think you'll follow through.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not. Bears never go back on their word.
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Is the mastermind only one person?
Hmm?
Don't bother. I already know the answer.
Oh, goodness, Hero.
You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me.
So we finally sunk there, huh?
I'm right, aren't I? I knew it.
It's a good question, Hero. Until the thing happened.
You guys have all been...
What is in the headmasters? It does say the headmaster. Places to check is probably not correct. And then there's the group photo. Kuro is pictured, Koto's not. Could that mean all the others are working together somehow? Oh, okay.
Worked together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
Okay, so it's gonna be the group photo.
You guys have all been...
Work together. I have evidence. So I know you stole my. You're out to get me. I have evidence of my. What a coincidence. Evidence that proves everyone. What? This doesn't make
Any sense? How can the
three of us each have?
No, it's wrong.
I also expect more out of Bacula.
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
I have all the evidence.
What? You two?
I hope. Unless one of you has evidence you were gonna present mid-trial somewhere.
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different.
Oh! Ho ho!
With the picture you have, I'm in it.
That's a weird thing.
But that can't be right. Because in my picture... See? I'm the only one not in it.
Oh, we have completely different photos. Really? I don't see me in this one. Oh, no, wait. Right, sorry, I'm the one who clearly is having a hard time running. Figures much, in which case...
Hero, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
Sure, Hero. I see Genocide Jill came out to play on this day. Wow, Junko's face is mysteriously turned away in all of them. That's not suspicious.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
I don't think that's true.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
I think all those photos are real, though. Well, mostly real.
Huh? I I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
Each photo has a certain something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos, and that person is. But we took out the photos.
In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing.
But Junko's face is covered.
In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing.
Junko's turned away.
And in the picture Hiro got, he's the only one missing.
And she's again turned away, and then she got killed really close to the beginning. I don't know, I feel like something's really up with that.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
Yes, please do, Bacula. Where is she? Yeah, now her face is covered in this too.
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
When we each saw our picture, just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Yeah, we're all dumb.
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, we all dumb.
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
Could be just a running gag. She doesn't photograph her all. Well, it's true. Hey, Tachani. We all dumbs for 5 months. Thanks for resubbing. Might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's sticking at me?
Listen, can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Sure, there's something unusual about these group photos. What is it? Okay, now that I take a closer look at this one, yeah, Sakura doing that to a giant fish is really hilarious. Celeste and Toko are just like, nope, I don't think so. In this picture. There's a picture. Donuts for everybody. Mine. Something strange about all of them. Something I can't quite pin down. Something... It's been updated.
Can you just forget about the photo already?
What's it been updated with? No, I can't, because it's gonna be very important. Something else. That's it?
Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake?
No, I don't.
No. I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah, I don't remember ever taking a picture like that.
Of course you don't. We have group amnesia.
So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong, I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason. A terrible reason. An unbelievably but entirely horrifying reason. Let's discuss. Oh, Hangman's Gambit. Okay. Oh, right, okay. God. Come here.
Now I understand. Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense.
Oh, no one else is gonna go with us for this.
As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
You, yes. The rest, no.
Yeah, we all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
It's only natural, you wouldn't believe it. No matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. They can't move forward until they accept it. And there's another way to prove it besides those pictures. Oh, anime. Interview DVD.
You're saying we all got
Probably.
spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't... lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
So the idea that we all lost our memories.
It's totally stupid. Obviously.
Okay, yeah, it's gonna be an interview DVD.
You're saying
We all got spontaneous. Since when did this turn into some... I promise you, ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
No, that's wrong. Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
No, it's nothing like that. It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
Also, there's probably something really important on it that we can't see because Monokuma magically broke the DVD player while I was watching it. Just want to point that out.
When you say all of us, you mean...
I mean all of us, including you.
You lied! I never did any kind of interview.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself. The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember.
No, it is.
You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Anime.
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
how can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here.
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right?
Yep. That is what he said. What of it?
What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me, I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
Chances are good we all remembered the most tragic event in the world at the time, and it was so horrifying we did agree to this. And now we don't remember that.
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not.
What was the event? Something that happened in the school. We found a room full of blood, so I'm assuming some kind of mass murder. But it was just, yeah, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's all we were really told.
Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever? That's just insane! How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
Then, really?
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
Yay!
This is all making my head hurt.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss.
Well, clearly not.
You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie, you figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
How could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come, that hardly matters right now.
Ray gun?
If I said it was hypnotism, will you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains?
I mean, probably not the second one.
Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
Original motive.
You mean the motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
The secrets one?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
So until we do that, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, only one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. And this is where everybody blames me. Control room, profile, e-handbook.
So who...
Headmaster's e-handbook has no restrictions. Control room. I forgot what the other one was.
Who killed her?
Whoever did it,
Profile. Mukuro did not have a single scar. She is these.
is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
What does make me so sure?
Oh, come on,
Exactly.
Nina.
You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably
A million miles away.
No, that's wrong. There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time. So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
What? Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
Sure, I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. The only I really think it might be Junko. Only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. The only person missing when we came in was Makuro, and they're dead now.
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
How'd they manage to survive all of this?
Because they faked their deaths so no one got killed on.
So we're the only ones here?
If Makuro was the one who made the death happen,
It's not me. I'm not the mastermind.
Well, it's not me.
I blame Makoto.
of course you do.
What? Why me?
So I'm gonna have to prove that they are not actually in the room with us right now.
Guys, it's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Oh, I get it. The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
Aw, nuts! You got me!
No, don't listen to Monokuma.
Wait! What are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic. The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different.
Did we actually figure this out? I can't remember
Wouldn't you
now.
agree, Makoto?
Oh, right, the other wounds.
I got it! All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
Body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days
It
old.
made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago. So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense. Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
Ha!
Huh? How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know,
You're wrong.
she denied me. I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
If you're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? Alright, so it's in her profile.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, Obviously, she got a...
No, that's wrong. No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing.
Oh, it pauses? Okay. Didn't know.
Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school, in which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Okay.
If that's what killed her.
Collection of wounds covering her body. So that's gonna be a thing that has to come up again.
And does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night?
She was pretending to be Junko. All those wounds all over her body. Those are the spears. We thought it was Junko because that's what we were told. So either we're fighting Mukuro right now, or we're fighting Junko. Goodness. Which...
Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant.
Is that because we knew what they would have looked like? Might be Junko.
If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it that attacked you?
I got it! The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask,
I don't think that's Mukuro. I think that's Junko.
I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me. But I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in. Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask.
The point of the mask is basically... It could have been Junko who died in the thing, and then when they needed a body to be like, oh, somebody died for Mukuro, they grabbed Junko's body because it's the same measurements, and so it'll match, but we cover it with a mask and with a coat, and then we blow it up so you can't identify it. But because you're gonna find out what Mukuro looks like, if Mukuro's the one who attacks, they have to wear the mask so that Makoto won't be able to identify them.
The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think. Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
There's no way Makuro's the one that attacked me if I didn't see their face. It also explains the fake nails on because Makuro doesn't seem like a person who would be wearing fake nails in the first place, but Junko totally would. So I think that dead body might be Junko when we're fighting Makuro.
You never saw their...
Okay, so probably victims' identities at noon, dead before the blast.
face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand?
Oh no.
Maybe the right foot? Or perhaps the left foot? Or could it be the hips?
Okay, the body was laying this way, hand was out, that would make it the right hand? Not him again. Hey, thanks for subscribing. Good to see you. The tattoo could have been fake. I think it was on the right hand. So we'll need...
Never saw their face, so you can't have any... I'm telling you now, you're wrong. There's another part of the attack. Oh? And is it the
Right hand or
The left hand?
maybe the right, or perhaps the... Or could it be...
the hips? You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was... I'm telling you now.
Ow! It was...
No, that's wrong. Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo.
I still think that's a... I think the tattoo is fake info. The person who attacked me does not have fake hand nails on, and they're not wearing gloves.
But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And there was no such tattoo.
Maybe they are wearing gloves, but still, we already proved that gloves and that would be weird.
So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her.
No, it's...
But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, you know, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it could have been any of us.
Fake nails could have been pressed on after death. That's true.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you. But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her.
You're just trying to save face now. Trying to pretend it's not you?
Uh-oh, no snappy comeback. Did I score a bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Before anyone can say anything. Oh, hello. Oh, she pulled off her gloves. Right, her hands are scarred.
Your hands!
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little burned skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put the gloves back on.
My scars should suffice as proof. Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful. On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours. Sorry. Did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
It's true.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
I mean, I figured it out, but I feel we'll get there eventually.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
Nope. But we did see her die.
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Oh, you're all gonna think that means after the first murder.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
Yeah, she was killed right in front of us.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
No, her body would have been in the
If she
thing.
was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
Yes.
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere?
All the bodies have been stored. And none of us would have had access to that room. I can't think of any place. A biolab.
Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
Actually, if all the bodies are there, we can see if Junko's body is actually in there, because she didn't explode, so there's no reason why her face should be the way.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
Oh, yeah, right. Did she die after the first murder? I thought she died before the first murder because she was mad and then they killed her with spears. Couldn't look at the other bodies. Proof that shows the body was carried from the biolab to the garden. Something made. Tarpy.
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is
Yeah, Junko was the first death. That's what I thought.
the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something.
She was real mad and she went after, Asaka was the first death? Wasn't Junko, like, mad about the thing and then came at, or was that after? I mean, it doesn't really matter in
I noticed
order.
that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, okay. Junko freaked out after they'd been told. Oh, okay.
Oh, it says Biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
I looked at it.
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
And all of Tarpy's friends.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
You made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
That's just a wild guess.
Right, a wild guess.
Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Yeah, a little.
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
You're talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
Inconsistency? Could you be talking about?
La, la, la. I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking
Hey,
about?
by the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
Wow, you really pushing to not have that topic. That's neat.
What one thing?
What do you think? I'm talking about your family.
What?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
The one that could be fake?
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
I mean, if we win, we get to leave, don't we? So... I'll find out.
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family?
Okay.
Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
You're bringing this up for distraction, but is there actually a real reason?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yeah, I need to calm down. Can't let him get to me. Now, what was I thinking about before? I can't remember now. I'm just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab, so if I want to shut him up and expose the inconsistency and slam him with it, has to be the one area where the numbers just don't match up. An area where the numbers don't match up.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? I'm not listening!
Oh. Lights in the room? Oh, hello.
What are you even talking about?
I didn't realize there were other options.
I'm not listening!
Just lights.
This should prove it. consistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
Didn't realize there were other options in the thing. I forgot that they do that now.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in, and there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
Hero, 9 people are dead. There's 16 students. 5 of us are here. Do some math.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why? That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
Sayaka. Junko. Leon. Chihiro. Mondo. Taka Haifumi. Celeste. Sakura. And victim number 10. 10 people.
10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
No.
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
No.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
Junko's.
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
I mean, not in the way you
If
think.
that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
Reason there are less bodies than murders. Explanation for more murders than victims. Why is that? What would it take? Okay, fine.
Shoot!
I mean, that makes just as much sense, but sure.
I got it! What about it? The same person was killed twice.
Now I'm gonna have to go through all of them telling me how that can't possibly be true.
Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far, but one of the victims may have been murdered,
And
and
murdered.
then murdered again.
Double murder!
Murdered and murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
It would mean Monokuma would have broken the rules about not about how when the body's revealed during the announcement.
Technically, you're right, I guess. Still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
Junko.
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
Oh, so we are gonna go the route where it is Mukuro both ways, and then Junko's the one hiding this. I mean, I guess it makes sense with her face being covered the entire time.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the bio lab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious, because Kyoko's totally delusional.
File 5.
Who is this?
File 5 just says... Yeah.
Someone else that Mukuro was killed as. Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata?
Chihiro, Mando, Kiyotaka, Hifumi, Celestia, Lu, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Who is
If someone else, was it
Sayaka Maizono? Junko
Enoshima?
Leon
Kuwata, Chihiro, Mando, Kiyotaka,
Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu? Or maybe Sakura Ogami? No. There's no
Way anyone was murdered.
No, that's wrong. Junko, wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered,
Similarities match? Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
so let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
It's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... What does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9. Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Good, we got there.
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive. She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be.
So it's probably Junko then.
Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Mukuro alive. The one that's still alive is Mukuro, but can we really believe that? It's totally Junko. Oh, there's no way Mukuro Ikusaba is still alive. How are we gonna do this? Alright, game. Profile, file 5, fatal injury.
The body.
Blast, knife, Striking the head with the pipe. Kyoko confirmed the corpse matches these characteristics.
Found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
No, that's wrong. No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32. Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Someone made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. There's only one person it could be.
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Whatever.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes. If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade. But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it. Gently place my hand, touch her wrists. Did check, absolutely, and I can see it
She
for sure.
was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
No,
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
no.
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud.
No, it's correct.
Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
Huh?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
But I do like to save often.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? By not being there? Come on. Could it be Junko's not the one that died? Oh, really? I thought we kind of... Okay, never mind. It wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely. Maybe she used some sort of trick. I do not know what rep. No. Did I already, didn't I? What?
I refuse to give up yet.
Okay, now the first one's gonna be rep. Oh wait, I think. I got there.
Now I understand.
Makoto forgets the word he is the culprit.
That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switch places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
No, they're probably in on it together. Maybe.
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
Has to be some way. Need to figure out how to explain.
I got it. The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met is actually Mukuro all along?
Yeah.
Then we'd already met her?
I had like a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference.
Mukuro Gasaba, the ultimate Junko.
That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
No, but she could have covered it up with makeup.
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation...
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
Yep.
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
Yeah. Mukuro just didn't expect to die.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
So he still refuses to admit it. He can try to deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter. Because I've already figured it out. Tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. First time was during our latest investigation. Oh.
Shoot!
Yeah, seems like a good thing. Oh, DVD. Yeah, you're right. That would probably make more sense.
I got it!
Yeah.
While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster,
Dun, dun, dun. DVD player turned off. Bum, bum, bum.
you made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Ah, yeah, that would make sense. Junko would have looked different. A little bit, probably.
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke!
Sure. It wasn't a fluke. The Mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage. And that's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. Kyoko wasn't there for the DVD watching.
What do you want? What do you want? Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up! That's impossible! That's impossible!
This should prove it.
Got there. Rawr.
The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo. I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we got. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face. It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko. Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew. Xanadu!
Xanadu?
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she died. And the real Junko is still alive.
Correct. Glad you could get there with me, Bacula.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair. Xanadu times 2!
Xanadu.
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on! Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything, right now!
Oh, right. Okay. Let's see. What is the identity of the ultimate fashionista who I met in the main hall? What do I have for options? Okay, so probably this one. Act 2. Junko gets killed. Where did Mastermind keep Mukuro's body? Is that? Yeah, that makes the most sense. Mastermind attacked me with something. Well, okay, this was the knife. Yes. Then this one stopped them. And then surprise attack failed. Mastermind fled my room. Guess? Yeah, probably. Garden thing. Okay, so it's either... Probably not that one, probably this one. When we first found the body, it was like that. Couldn't have been a body because it had blown up. That. Alright, I think that's correct.
We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusawa. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko, and Oshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and friend Kyoko, who proved to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school. So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place.
Dun, dun, dun. Ha ha ha. Tick tick click. Boom. Pop pop. Psh.
Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder, and the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma.
We still have to do the secrets of the school, though.
The real Junko Enoshima! That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
We're all amped up.
Over.
Oh no. I'm assuming here comes a twist.
Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case?
No.
Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
Hello.
We have been waiting so
Whoa.
very long for peasants like you to appear.
Okay, that is not the voice I was expecting. Oh, PMAvers! Hey, thanks for subscribing for 5 months. Hello, Junko, our old friend. Time to spread the despair again. Oops. I already did that.
If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world. We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
No?
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you.
Oh, good.
It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
This is the mastermind? She's the real Junko Enoshima?
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free.
You sound real bored.
Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Your face.
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
No, I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've seen her too somewhere. It was definitely before I got to the school.
was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover. And you were on it.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
Just like a tower of chihuahuas. 100 chihuahua tower stack.
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began.
Seen her in tons of magazines. I feel like this doesn't quite match up. Huh? Oh, my cover photos. They're totally photoshopped. I had to hell and back with like computers, so they aren't real.
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same. Because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins.
Are you guys supposed to be twins?
Twins?
Oh, I should have seen that coming. That's a very anime thing to go with an Amisha circle.
I know. It's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship. The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima! And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the ultimate despair!
Alright. Alright.
Whoa! She's a totally different person now.
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell. I even get fucking bored with myself. But if you're twins, why do you have different last names? Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over?
Parents probably split.
Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
Hey Kavina, thanks for the chair.
But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like how the hairstyles are changing too with this. This is good.
For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the three atrocities. Atrociously ranked, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra, unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away. Which is precisely why I killed her, to meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Sure, why not?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know? If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring. So, I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal, just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
This wasn't supposed to, yeah.
So, you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that?
Oh, you're talking about the subject matter, not the voice?
You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations. Nope, I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill.
She seemed pretty...
We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything. We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret. So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it? That's not true at all.
Oh, good. Glad we're off that voice.
We were twins. How could I not be sad?
I like the mushrooms. Mushrooms are good.
That's why it gets me so excited. Killing my precious sister with my own two hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that. Super, 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 super despair. It just feels so good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
And my sister too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts!
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
No, I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
Huh? Don't you mean had that noble blood?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow! You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
Are you talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer! So how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start gloating!
Damn straight! That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to solve all these mysteries. And then, we'll have our victory!
I can't wait!
Alright, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
I don't think she's gonna tell us, hero.
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean... I got it! It must have something to do with our entrancing exams.
No.
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
Memories that were stolen from us and what they must be related to.
I got it! You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all. Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important. It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners. So then, let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
Theme?
Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
Gave us those DVDs. My DVD was footage of my family. Saka's was her and her friends.
I got it! The driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships. For example, your family. For example, your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill, but still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay! Time for the next question! So, what was the theme for the second motive?
What was the second motive theme? Weird envelopes. Right, with their secrets. Probably the
I
past.
got it! It was our past, right?
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time, the theme was... embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah! And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question. So, what was the motive for the third murder?
Right, the reason Celeste. Nope. Okay.
Shoot!
Well, maybe greed. Popularity doesn't seem right.
I got it! It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it
Right,
again!
the money that was... I should have remembered that. Oops.
Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
Blackmail? Secrets. We are technically... No. Alright. This is gonna be secrets. Oh, fine. Betrayal. They all seem the same.
I got it! In her case, it was betrayal.
Precisely. You see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world. In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment.
Yeah, I like the crown too. It's good.
And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
Cool.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours?
I don't know, Bacula.
Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
Because your memories are bad.
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway!
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, we all did agree we would stay here, apparently, so...
Correctamundo!
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
Because we already agreed. We already agreed.
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint.
Huh? Really? Then hurry up and tell us.
Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world.
Okay.
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I wanna see too.
Oh no.
See your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame! Behold, the world beyond the school walls! This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
What?
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense.
Oh, finally, hero. Something I can agree with you on.
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
We should recognize it? What about it should we recognize? The whole thing is insane.
That world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you.
I guess this is part of that big tragic
If
event.
you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Better kick your brain in the ass, because it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die. I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, because now it's time for the final class trial! Come on, bitches!
Alright, smiling. Group photo. Their individual memories are separate.
Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering? Nobody...
Remember anything?
No, it's wrong. Actually, she might remember.
Who might remember?
The other Toko, Genocide Jack. The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
What do you say, Toko?
Are you telling me to swap places with her?
Mm-hmm.
No! Absolutely not! That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity!
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on.
Dun, 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 dun! It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer! Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet you!
Nice to meet you too.
That's enough! Just look at the stupid screen!
Aye, aye! Roger, you got it, Captain!
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but... Of course it does!
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do!
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Then why didn't you say something earlier? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know? Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
The tragedy?
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss.
Just answer the question. What happened out there?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening, but it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Oh man, it sounds even funnier when someone says it out loud.
Why is that phrase coming up now?
Because it's all because of that event.
What if?
Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is...
The world's been destroyed, get it?
Destroyed?
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago. It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it. I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster. Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. And as a result, in basically no time flat, the world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Moreau saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
Oh, I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! To die! This is the true tragedy!
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. Whatever happened, doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right? The end justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome. In other words, the world has ended. That's the important thing.
How can the world just end? It's the world!
Calm down. It's okay. There's no need to panic.
Big thing happened. Hope's Peak Academy was like, well, let's take all the people who are really good at stuff and put them together. They'll be the hope of the world. We all agreed.
Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous. I have another ridiculous story to tell you.
Oh, do share.
It's the story of the Tagami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning.
Oh, your fault?
What did you say?
It's your family's fault.
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
Correct. Well done, peasant.
All my options were the same.
I didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it. Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think?
But do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think I might be sick?
Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
Ah,
What? What the hell are you talking about?
your family's gone.
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Tagami name has perished.
Stop with these idiotic jokes!
Stop! And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us, the avatar of divine punishment? You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny.
1, 2, and the anime are all required to get the full story. Do you watch the anime first, or do you play the games first? Or does it matter?
They couldn't possibly be gone! The Togami family is destined to guide the world!
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago.
Play the games first. Third anime last. Anime is also watched in specific order. Yeah, I read something about that. It's the third anime. The third anime. Danganronpa 3, the anime is different. In a weird order, right? I'll have to go looking that up.
Hold on. That doesn't make any sense.
Huh? I don't make sense.
There's no way that happened a year ago. I mean, we only came to this school a few weeks ago.
We lost all of our memories, dude. Come on, keep up.
If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago.
No, we didn't. There's so much proof to prove that.
A few weeks ago? Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
Huh? 2 years ago?
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
Wait, what? 2 years ago? What is that?
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God.
So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right? What are the memories I took from you?
Come now, answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul.
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
Memories that were stolen from us. And what Jingo says is true. If we first came here 2 years ago, the rest of us only remember getting here within the last few weeks or so.
I got it! If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. Nope. No. Nope. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says,
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously? This routine again?
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy. And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life. That's not possible!
I want to think that too. I don't want to believe it. But there's nothing but that's nothing but our desire. I don't want to believe. I want it to be impossible. But if it's the truth, then we have to accept it. Ah, here we go. Probably locker notebook.
2 years worth of memories.
I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
No, that's wrong. Hero, there's something I'd like you to take a look at. This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why's my name written on it?
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
Well, you're about to have some issues.
What's is something wrong?
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that. This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt! But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing! No! No way!
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak. But somehow, you forgot all about it.
Lies! It's all one big lie!
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hero, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here. Shit, man, I've never been to a funeral. Hell yes!
Weird.
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you've forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind. I'm bored. Explaining stuff is boring.
What?
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves. I'm sick of expositioning all this shit.
Figure out what?
The rest of the story, dude.
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
Memories come apart. Talking about the moment where we must have lost our memories. I only think of one time. Just after I set foot in the main hall for the first time. When I fainted.
I got it!
The moment I lost my memories. I can't think of any time other than that day.
When this happened.
When I first came to the gates of this school and stepped foot in the main hall, when I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on a desk.
Yep.
I assumed not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
You got it, honey. 2 years of memories? Poof, gone. Which means, of course...
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time. Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other,
But by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep, that's what they reveal. You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other. And it was all so you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated. What a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
You're the one who set things up to be like this.
I love you all so much.
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly. It's only natural that I would fall in love.
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it. All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair. Our plan to bring despair to all mankind.
Ultimate despair, all mankind?
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay?
Okay.
Back to when everyone first came to this school.
Okay.
School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst. Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end. And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history, and the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon. Everyone is capable of it, and now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story.
Bum 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 bum.
Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
Wow, really? 16 people in one classroom? Small class sizes.
And then, something super neat happened. Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once. So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter. That's right. It was transformed into a shelter. Ah, I said it twice.
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison. Do any of you know who that might have been?
Headmaster.
I got it! It could only have been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us.
You were in private school for a year and only had 16 students in my class? Really? I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I don't think I've ever been in a class in school that didn't have at least 30 students in it.
To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside. That's why he asked us to make that promise. To say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope,
I'm gonna have to watch the anime and play the other two games, clearly.
that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake. It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea. He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair. I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits.
Where did we get the giant bolts from?
Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
There's a lot of orchestrating.
So we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Why? Why would you do that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school deathmatch. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope. So I thought I should show them, which is why I...
Well, why don't you tell me?
Master going to show everyone. Oh, hijack. Okay, give me that eye.
Now I understand. You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing? By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Oh.
Are you serious?
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Expelled them?
I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Yes.
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, We built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless? You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
So that's the point of letting us do this. Alright.
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too. Like right fucking now.
Truth, full of despair. That's...
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless?
Then we
That's right.
been murdering each other for nothing?
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
We get it. We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already. So help us. I'll do anything. Just help me.
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Huh?
It's true.
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself. So I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying? If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all goners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well, even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you.
Yeah. Melody Dark, hey, thanks for resubscribing. It's good to see you.
For the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed? What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
And the people who tried to rescue us, you didn't kill them?
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
Involved into the ultimate hero protagonist.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple. You stole our memories. Invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner. It's all your fault!
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh? But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did you? Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided
decided to change the rules.
Of course you did. Does it have to be unanimous?
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish Hope, well then, I'll consider that a win for me and punish everyone on the side of Hope.
Even if it's just one person?
Oh, but don't worry, I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this.
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. When I win to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
You mean we just...
We'd have to just live here?
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me. And make your way to the outside world.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed.
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb! Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all! So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment!
Okay.
What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down! Makoto, you're up!
Me? Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them. If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
Right, because otherwise there's no reason to actually...
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished? Don't you have faith in your friends?
No, that's not it.
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
Guys?
It's so beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Besides, Yoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
What?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right? That's why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Kyoko!
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
No one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair! We're not gonna lose to you!
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh? Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with. It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope.
And your stupid life.
Have to show everyone, have to make them remember, have to convince them not to give up, to live in despair. That's not really living at all.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy. By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab. If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Meh.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting. So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
There's no hope left in the world when you sleep. It's on a bed of despair. The world is in despair. You are in despair.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
Don't lose hope now.
All my fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place. But to live means moving forward, right? So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we? I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me. So that's why, no matter what, I need to get out of here. The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my own gut feelings.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're playing is thanks to the air purifiers.
Don't lose hope now.
I've been thinking about all this, and I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do? You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. Confront that thorny path with enthusiasm. That sounds like something she'd say, right?
Sure.
No. I think that's definitely what she'd say, which is why Yeah! I've made up my mind!
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of it. I decided to head by the way. The air outside, the only reason we're okay is thanks to the air purifiers. Say whatever you want.
If I die,
The purifiers will...
in other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Don't lose hope.
Hey, Rock Pusher! Hunter uses a hope bullet to the face. It's super effective. Thanks for resubscribing.
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting. Actually, I may not look like it, but I always hated school. Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it. Oh, but no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
No!
If I were to die,
Fuck.
That would be the end of it. I decided to head by the way. The air outside, the only reason we're okay is thanks to the air
Missed it.
purifiers. Whatever you want. If I die, the pure... In other words, as the communal life you've all been living... All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside. But...
We need to get him
So,
still.
will you just die?
She's fine. Probably, unless I need to get him first.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of it. I've decided to head farther away. The arrows are the only reason we're okay is thanks to the air pure. Say whatever you want. If I die, the pure, in other words, as the communal life you've all been living, as long as I have my
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting.
Oh, no. Ah! Well. Put it down to because I wasn't thinking.
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
Okay, this is fine.
I've decided to head farther away. The arrows are the only reason we're okay is thanks to the air pure. Say whatever you want. If I die, the pure, in other words, as the communal life you've all been living, keep on living. All of you
will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting.
Tap to hold.
Don't lose hope now.
Thanks for the cheer, G-Dwarf. Time for the biggest, most wonderful, most hopeful human event in human history. Now Makoto shall become hope.
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you? Ridiculous. It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair. But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you.
I believe that.
I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the mastermind. Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive. So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known,
we won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
say whatever you want. I've made my decision.
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
I can keep on living as long as I have my master's love.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and
Danganronpa is 2 words merged into one. It means refute bullets or something like that.
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
Don't lose hope now.
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that. Just because we don't actually know anything, does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck. I think you came here for a different reason entirely.
Ooh, do I get to call myself the Ultimate Hope now?
You came here to bring down the ultimate despair. You came here to confront despair without ever giving up.
Yeah.
And if that's true, I think we could call you the Ultimate Hope. What do you think?
What the hell are you?
Alright, sure. That's been added to my things.
So uncool. Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other?
Oh, you mean the hug moment we just all went through?
It's all so uncool! So unhip! Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Lame, 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 lame!
I'm not any kind of elite or anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop, but still. But I still.
You suck! So uncool! You dare to stand against us?
Hope is a joke.
Who are you?
You're gross. Suffer from despair.
I just love despair!
You suck. So uncool.
You're unbearable!
Hope is a joke.
Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair.
Everything is pointless!
Suffer from despair.
I just
Oh, you can do it twice? That's
Everything
not
is
good.
pointless!
Despair into tomorrow.
Hope keeps on going. I refuse to give up. I refuse to get bored. I refuse to throw it all away. I refuse to despair. Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward.
What's going on? What's happening?
Nice.
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
We just gotta pull the lever, right?
good. I'm ready to go.
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing. With our own hands.
The hell?
Indeed.
I lost?
I lost? Me? No way.
Well, that's just...
Can't be. You still don't accept it? Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable to the onslaught of despair, it would seem.
What the heck?
But there's no use trying to fight it now.
Well, that's just... totally the best!
Huh?
So this is despair.
Came to the school 2 years ago, created our incredibly detailed plan. Yes, I agree, it's an incredibly detailed plan. He even killed my own sister for it.
And now I...
Come this far and failed the very end.
True despair.
The most ultimate despair. What are you talking about?
And now I...
Don't you see? I was so hopelessly desperate. I was bored of the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this so desperately. This once-in-a-lifetime experience is my first and last colossal despair here at the moment of death. To have the chance to taste the highest grade despair, the utter failure of my dreams.
True despair.
Ah, I am so hopelessly happy right now.
Huh?
Wait, is she enjoying this?
Anyway,
So are you prepared to admit defeat? Think I care whether I won or lost? Either way, it doesn't change a thing.
Totally the best!
Outside is only despair, inside is only despair. No matter where you go, despair awaits you. That's not true.
Not possible.
You're wrong. Huh?
Don't make me repeat
Let me
myself.
tell you this right now. We no longer fear despair.
Okay.
Because we've decided to enter the outside world with hope. Yeah, Makoto totally seduced us over to his side. Bum, bum.
Hey,
You said that despair is as contagious as any disease,
however...
but the same is true of hope. All you have to do is look at us to see how true that is. Kyoko! No, stop it! Stop! I hate those faces you're making. To see those awful looks causes me nothing but pain.
There's one last
Fine.
thing.
Let me just say one last thing. If you guys want to get all all hung up on the word hope, there's no skin off my nose. But just be warned. From this point on, one despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide. Maybe you'll find some hope, but there's a very fine line dividing that hope from bitter despair. Knowing that, you still plan to cling to your hope? Of course, because we...
Fine, it's fine.
That was a rhetorical question. You interrupted my monologue. I'm almost done though, so whatever. Because it's almost punishment time, right?
It can't be.
Do you really intend to go through with this? That was the agreement, right? Hold on. It's not like I want you to die. You don't have to.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop!
What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living brings me no hope at all. All I want now is to taste the despair of death that you can only get once in life.
Don't get in my way!
So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful. Even a tenth of this despair, even 100th, I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth. Okay, let's do this. I've reserved an extra special punishment for last. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Okay. Okay, it looks like all of the punishments. The ultimate punishment. 1,000 blows. Okay. And that was how everything came to an end. The final class trial. Junko Inoshima, the ultimate despair. Life at Hope's Peak Academy. It was all over. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. The end. So we go outside. Oh, hey, some hair ties. Even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. The air purifiers did turn off. Just like Junko said they would. They shut off immediately. That was the only difference. Ah, epilogue. We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. We stood in front of the door. Nobody made a sound. I felt almost absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck there in limbo, unmoving, unsure. But, in the end...
Hey.
You can't just stand around here like this forever. At some point, we need to leave. But to nobody's surprise, it was Kyoko who broke the silence.
Makoto.
Makoto, would you do the honors? Okay. As if awakened by Kyoko's words, I took out the object we'd gotten. Up until the moment of her death, it had belonged to Junko. And in the end, she dropped it before us.
So,
Is that really it? Is that really the key to this door?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
In other words...
I will force you out, she said that just before dropping that. It makes sense that it would be our way out of here.
But...
You never know, maybe it's actually a switch that's gonna make the school self-destruct. I mean, Junko never says specifically that she'd let us leave here alive.
It's true.
You may be right about that. Maybe?
Yes.
But even so, it's impossible to think we wouldn't take our chances with it. I guess that's true. Nothing to worry about.
My beautiful scissors!
If something ever happened to Master, I'd take my scissors and jam them so far. Achoo. Where's the courtroom? Where's the mastermind? So, hey Toko, while you were busy being Genocide Jill, we did some stuff, now we're gonna go outside and it might be horrifying, so... hang in there. It's all over, we're just about to go to school. We can go outside? And that means me and Master can get married? And have a baby?
That's enough.
That would be far greater horror than anything I've ever encountered so far.
Anyway...
Don't worry, I have no doubt that we'll be able to leave here without a problem.
But...
It's what happens after we get out that I'm worried about. But, you know, in the end, I think part of me still thinks...
We're serious.
Maybe when we get out here, we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie. That on the other side of this door is a world as peaceful as we remember. A lie. Peaceful as we remember. Well, no matter what it looks like, it's our world. It's where we're meant to live. I guess so. And how do I put this? Unlike the school, the world is really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. But there also must be lots of hope, right?
In other words...
The act of searching for hope to try and find it. That by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward no matter what trouble you may fall into.
Am I wrong?
Is that what you mean, Makoto? That's pretty much the gist of it. Need any of you to spell that out for me. You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. To rebuild the world, we must first rebuild the Tokami dynasty. I'm going to follow you anywhere you want to go.
You got it!
Well, my first stop is going to be the closest donut shop. I can figure out the rest from there.
Hey.
And what you're going to do if there are no more donut shops or donuts.
Okay.
I'll just get some flour and make some myself. If there's no flour, I'll just grow some wheat. I get it now. If there's no road, you just gotta build one. Creation. Fate is telling me to remake the world.
Could it be?
That's my hope.
How about that?
I reached the next stage. The next chapter of Yasuhiro Hagakure's life story is about to begin. Thanks, Ina. Totally opened my eyes. Hey, personal space buddy, you're seriously creeping me out.
Makoto.
Come on, Makoto. Even if everybody in the outside world is gone, even if the world is steeped in despair, as long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. We can get out there and do something, have some sort of impact. What can we do? There's so few of us, and we're so small, so what can we do? No, we can probably do anything. Yeah, we can do anything! I want to get some donuts.
I guess this is goodbye.
It's not raining outside anymore, maybe I'll go get donuts.
Bye to Sakura. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing. I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me. And the others, I guess.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still. It does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say. I guess we graduated?
Looks like hope really is spreading. As long as I never give up, I have to push even harder. I'm going to keep moving forward with hope in my heart. Yes, you're gonna have to push that button harder. Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world can move ahead. Push that button harder. Like, actually push it. The door began to open. With my hands. With our hands. Hope and despair mingled together, opening the door to the future. Nothing bad ever happened again to any of us. Ever. Everything was great. Forever. Credits. Oh, the sun's a lot different than I remember it. This game was real good, I liked it. Kavina. Yay. We did it! Thank you, Kavina and Karistiania. Oh, and Random Robin, thanks for resubbing. This was great. This is good music. You've now unlocked School Life mode where no one dies, and I think you can also get access to Danganronpa If, which is a what-if short story about the premise of the game. Oh, neat. I do want to play the second one. I want to get a physical copy of it for the Vita, though. Which shouldn't be that hard to track down. They still exist. I'm gonna take a break from this, though. We'll play. I think we'll probably play Danganronpa 2 on stream, but play a different game in the meantime. I don't want to overload on that. Hey, thanks for the cheer, Fickle Muse. I'm actually really glad I like this game because I got V3 for the Vita when it came out. So yeah, now I just gotta get 2, keep my collection on the same platform. Two is very good. I hope so. I would hope it would be an improvement upon the first one. To improve gameplay in every way except for the improved Hangman's Gambit. Yeah, no, Sakura was really awesome. I really liked her in this game. I liked a bunch of the characters. I mostly just didn't like Haifumi because I'm not big into that character archetype that they put there. Every game will have at least one character you won't like. Yeah, I would not doubt that. Oh, Chihiro. I really like Chihiro too. Alright. Now what?
Interesting.
Oh, that's creepy.
Things are getting very interesting indeed.
Oh, that's super creepy.
Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma. And I am this school's headmaster.
Creepy. So creepy. Easter egg present. Got a trophy. That movie artwork. Only on Life School like mode. What is this mode?
Thrills, chills, kills!
Whoa. Massive High School. See, this is the same opening. It's tradition and it's hope, and I'm super normal. I'm so lucky and normal. I am the ultimate anime protag. Come on, get me in the school. Oh, look. Huh? Warp twisted, spinning, and then...
Hey,
Code, are you okay? Huh?
are you for real?
What, were you trying to escape into your own reality? It's not like any of us know what's going on either. Oh, sorry. No need to apologize. Given the situation, it's understandable. That's right. For some reason I went unconscious as soon as I stepped into the main hall. And then I woke up in a classroom. The windows were all blocked by these weird metal plates. It wasn't just a classroom. All our stuff had been taken away and we were locked inside the school. Entrance ceremony. Where are the others? Wasn't everyone here earlier?
Hey, come on.
Everyone else went to gym while we were knocked out.
Well... And...
Indeed.
You hear me?
Inside the gym. Okay. Yeah, what's going on? I was tormented by a dark feeling of foreboding, but I did my best to ignore and hurried to the gym. And as soon as I entered, a weirdly cheerful voice echoed across the room.
Hey there, howdy, hello. Is everyone here? Good. Then let's get things rolling.
Hi.
I am Monokuma! And I am this school's headmaster. Nice to meet you all.
So the bright voice and carefree attitude was completely out of place.
Listen up!
Can't do it, just can't be done. Huh? The entrance ceremony was supposed to be your chance to make your big high school debut. As headmaster, I did my best to put on a happy face, but this is impossible. You can only lie to yourself for so long, you know. If you can't do it, you can't do it. I've lost my confidence, my groove, and there's no getting it back. Why is he acting so depressed? I went from terrified to annoyed in no time flat.
So,
Without a teddy bear?
Why is that?
Table talk.
Unbelievable.
What kind of cliched reaction is that?
This is kind of
Making me more and more depressed. Even if the hardware is backwards compatible, I guess the same doesn't go for the characters. Humans are so stupid, worse than any piece of software. It's getting lower and lower, and there's rock bottom, and there's Earth's core. Whole thing feels just sloppy.
Come on.
Expect us to believe you're the headmaster? You're right. I've spent half my life apologizing for the other half of my life. I'm spending so much time trying to think of what to make you guys do, and I'm just lost. Meanwhile, I've been totally neglecting myself, trying to laugh it all off now. What the heck is going on? What does it even mean? Forgot to do something that was going to be a vital part of your greeting today. What the heck, my stomach's starting to hurt from all this self-loathing. Seems really depressed. What is it you think he forgot? I don't think that matters. All that matters is finding a way out of here. What did I forget? What? You should cancel the entrance ceremony and take the time to prepare a proper one. You're right. What I forgot was my backups.
Are you okay with
Backups for what?
Hey.
For me. What? I don't understand why you don't understand.
In other words...
Backup, a spare, and in case of emergency.
Hey, you bastard!
Okay, we get it.
Hey, listen.
You can have backups. Does that mean you really are a toy or robot or whatever?
Indeed.
But I just know what he's saying. That would make sense. No, see. Okay, I got it. I don't like to admit this, but I'm a robot so advanced even the folks at NASA can't recreate or even comprehend it. I don't have any backups, so it can't begin. What can't you begin? The entrance ceremony? Sure, that too, but even more than that, I can't even begin your school life. Without a backup, the first time I break, that'll be the end of everything for you guys.
Hey, come
I
on.
think any of us... What?
Come on!
Well, Headmaster, how can your life here run smoothly?
Oh.
Did you not say that you were so advanced even NASA cannot comprehend it? So you should not break so easily.
Now I'm
This is gonna break me. You blew me up in the prologue last time and tore me apart in Chapter 5. What? Prologue? Chapter 5? What is he talking about? Anyway, let's not worry about that. Before we can begin your school life here, I'm gonna have you guys build me some backups.
What?
What? What's he even talking about?
Come on.
You can give me orders? I do. And while you're at it, I'll have you add a bunch of awesome bonus features. Like, maybe make me super handsome or eco-friendly. That kind of modern, trendy feel. Japanese-style mascot like me. Super cutesy Super Mario backup.
Just hold on.
You're talking like we already agreed to help.
You guys!
Well, you're gonna, right? It's important that you grow as a student, sure, but you also have to have the opportunity to help your teacher grow. Think fake inspirational stuff like that is gonna get us on your side? I don't think he's listening. He's just creating his own reality as he goes.
No way.
This is the kind of bizarre stuff I can expect as a new student. I'm just gonna go home. And how do you plan to do that? You saw the metal plates covering all the exits. So we really have been imprisoned in here? Why would you trap us here? Let us out.
Let's see.
He said he doesn't have a backup. Why don't we just destroy this one right now?
Ooh. Too bad.
Won't go out that easily. Use my NASA-level technology to run and hide, and you'll never find me. Seem like a monumental waste of technology.
Stop fucking around.
Right, that's it.
You son of a bitch.
Not gonna be part of whatever joke you're trying to pull here.
Hey, you bastard.
Yeah, who cares about some backup? We're not gonna take care of you.
Hey!
Okay, sure, I see what you're saying.
Are you sure?
Would you rather just start killing each other? What?
Huh?
What did you just say? I believe he said something about us killing each other. What are you talking about? That's supposed to be a joke. It's not funny. Yeah, even if you're just trying to make a point, that's taking it too far.
Just a second.
Stop trying to freak us out to get us to do what you want.
What the heck?
Hurry up and let us out.
Unbelievable.
You guys, please stop nagging me. I want to go home.
I
Thought bears were crazy about our homing instinct, but you guys really take the cake.
What are you gonna do?
Guess you can't help yourselves.
Now then.
You're all part of a new wave enlightenment generation. You need a specific goal to motivate you.
Yes, indeed.
Here's a little spoiler. Spoiler?
Actually,
Once the backups are done, we'll move on to the main event and you can begin your exciting school life.
isn't that
Once that starts, then you'll have the chance to trigger your escape flag. What are you talking about? I know what he means, but he did just say something about escaping, right?
Yes, indeed.
It's totally clear.
Now then.
If you want to escape, you'll have to live here peacefully and build me my backups.
Of course.
You can't just half-ass it either.
I can barely contain myself.
Build me a superior machine with flawless performance, thrills and delights me, and you pass. Don't worry about living expenses. You have all the food, clothing, and shelter you need. I can even personally guarantee your health and safety. Even if you get sick or injured, I'll treat you right away in the Monokuma Emergency Center. I don't think that's what we're worried about. Why do we have to do all this in the first place?
Boy, the
I'll
crowd.
just stop complaining and do it.
Now then.
This entrance ceremony
Just a second.
hasn't even begun. You haven't even started your real school life yet. Can't welcome you yet, which means this isn't a proper entrance ceremony.
Well now.
Done talking. Please enjoy these ever-fleeting days of peace. Without another word, he was gone, leaving us in dazed confusion. Can you explain what the heck just happened?
I mean, seriously?
I'm lost. We're trapped here. We can't make... If we make backups, we can get out.
It would seem...
Seems to be the gist of it. Think about everything. Told us, notice there are two main points.
In other words...
We're trapped here in school. And more importantly, if we can create backups for him to his satisfaction, he will tell us how to escape from the school.
Are you okay with this?
One thing we do not know is why he wants us to do this at all.
Honestly.
What should I do?
What happened to Hope Speak Academy? Taken over by an evil organization?
Listen.
I'm sure the police will be here anytime.
However,
Can we even be sure this is really Hope's Peak? I'm sure this is all some kind of elaborate orientation setup. Like, they're hazing us. Orientation?
Seems like...
That's true. It's in pretty bad taste. It's totally overkill. He's right. If it's a prank, it's far beyond the bounds of acceptability. Okay. What is going on? That's what we're trying to figure out. If he didn't forget to build us backups, what do you think he would have made us do? Kill each other. That's what he said.
Hey!
Don't freak out. Who the hell, whatever.
Listen to me!
Everyone just calm down.
Quiet down and listen!
I said we have food and water and shelter, and so it's good, right? We all need to work together.
Shit.
The idea. What can we do? Bum bum bum.
Oh. Let's see.
So it's very similar to the start of the other one in a lot of ways.
Actually,
That's fine.
Just make sure this finishes things quickly, then I will find out whoever did this to me and wipe them from the face of the earth.
You hear me?
Okay, anyone else have any objections?
Got it!
Silence gives consent, as they say. No. Oh, Taka, we have some words I gotta tell you about.
Listen to me!
From this point forward, we all agree to work together to maintain a peaceful communal life. Sure. When I first got into Hope's Peak Academy, I thought, man, I can't believe I get to go to this amazing place. Wherever I am now is 180 degrees away from whatever amazing place I'd made up in my mind. And that's how bizarre this is and went. Okay. We moved from the gym to the dining hall.
hey,
When he says we have to make him some backups, what exactly are we supposed to do?
Actually,
Didn't really explain any of that.
Did you call for me?
It's just for convenience sake. Now he's here? Sure, I could have explained everything in the gym, but if I'd gone on any longer, it would have been annoying. It would have been like, hey, hurry up and start already. No, I'm not sure I agree with that.
Well now.
Let me explain.
What?
I'm gonna give you guys the next 50 days to make me a proper set of backups.
What the hell?
Okay?
Well, what?
That's for convenience sake too. You guys would totally slack off if you didn't have a time limit. Humans give in so easily to corruption.
Why?
Okay, but what about the whole backup thing? You said you wanted a bunch of bonus features, but
So it seems.
it's super vague.
Yes, indeed.
Thought you might say that. So from time to time, I'll give you a special concept. You can use that to design the next backup.
What?
Can't we just make one and be done with it?
Hey!
Of course you can't just make one and be done with it. Who knows what kind of violence you guys might commit against poor old me. Need all the help I can get. Heck, just a second ago you were talking about how you should destroy me right now. I heard you. You wanna...
oh,
Is this really necessary?
just a second.
No, really sad. All of your heartless comments have made me sad. Your teacher won't let it get to him. No matter what, I'll put you all on the right path.
Hey, come on.
And the right path would be...
Uh-huh.
To keep you all from slacking off, I'll be performing project reviews as you progress.
Well,
Project reviews?
Well, what?
What? Never heard of a project review? Want me to write it down for you? No, I know what it is. It's meant to check our progress.
in other words,
So you're going to be checking up on us to see how things are coming. It's just common sense. I feel like I want to die right now.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, hurry up and get to work. Uh-huh. If we fail our project review, is there some kind of punishment? Well,
It can't
here
be.
it comes.
Too bad.
Nope. Wait, don't scare us like that.
Are you
There's
sure?
no punishment, but you can't do it. You won't trigger the escape flag I mentioned.
What?
Plus, if you pass, I'll give you something awesome.
I can barely contain myself.
What is it? Well, you'll just have to find out. Super fun. Now then, are you ready for your first assignment? Okay, curious. Concept for the first backup I need you to make is right here. Make a Monokuma Casanova. What does it even mean?
What the heck?
Exactly what it says. You know what a Casanova is, right? I want a good-looking version of me. It's not really what that means, but sure. Good-looking, but you're a bear? Better not think about it too much or we'll never get anywhere.
What the heck?
Anyone's supposed to start building something like that.
And
I mean, where are the materials?
Hey,
I can't do everything for you. Look around the school for whatever you might need.
isn't that wonderful?
But as an extra special service, I will give you some materials just this once. Figure you could use at least a little practice before you start on the real thing.
Yes, indeed.
So here you go. I'll have you start by using these materials to make a Greek statue. Okay. After that, if you combine this with the Greek statue, I think you'll wind up with a truly ravishing Monokuma. Bring it to me the absolute instant you're finished, no pit stops. Okay, have a nice day. Neat. That's my goal. Casanova is supposed to be good looking. Is this good looking? Subjective opinions aside, you created the backup and completed the assignment, so let me give you some tickets. You received 5 trip tickets. Okay. I'll explain how they work later, so make sure not to throw them away. Now you get how to do it. That's all there is to it. It's gonna be a breeze. Sure. Kind of. Enough practice, I'm sure we'll get the hang of it and figure everything out. You seem pretty confident. Maybe I spoiled you a little too much.
What are you gonna do?
Nothing I can do about that. I'm just so sweet and kind and sincere.
Well?
Ready to gather your own materials, right? You can handle that much?
Yes, indeed.
Even if you decide you can't, I'm not gonna help you anymore.
Okay.
We don't need your help. We're gonna work hard and do our best and make your stupid backups and get out of here.
You're getting all riled up.
Glad to see you getting fired up. Don't overwork yourself. I'll be the one who ends up taking care of you. Take plenty of breaks, drink lots of fluids. Promise me you'll be safe and make your teacher proud.
Oh.
You have to remind us we have no desire for you to take care of us.
It's true.
Make sure you keep everything clean. If you can't do it yourselves, I'll make you do it.
Yes, indeed.
This is where you live, right? You need to put in the effort to keep it nice and tidy. Cleaning is part of a normal school life.
Now then.
Next project review. Next concept is the same thing. Do it right this time. Okay. Oh, neat. So... each person can engage in one of 3 activities each day. Go to one of 10 collection. locations to search for materials. Reach your level of cleanliness. If this reaches 0, you will receive a penalty. Take a break. Person specific condition. Reaches 0, they won't be able to act for 3 days. Determines how efficient this person is at collecting. This will increase as you collect. Huh. Alright. Get you to go there. Stick. There. Sure. How do I... Sure? Sure. Okay. Oh, there's a different tab? Oh, whoops.
Well now.
Do whatever you want. Okay, so now I get free time. I'll use the trip tickets I give you to go adventuring with your friends. Spending all this time building your friendships and deepening your bonds.
Hey,
It might just make things that much harder later on, you know. Alright. I know you're busy having fun and all, but do you have a second? Monokuma touched on it just now, but at this point you can now spend time with whoever you like. However, as the scenes play out, you'll notice they're exactly the same as in the main game. So you might notice people talking about having to kill each other. I know that seems strange, but this is school mode after all. It's a bonus and an addition to the main story. Please keep that in mind. Try not to judge us too harshly. Anyway, take your time to explore and enjoy. Oh, cute. I can spend time alone. Let's go meet with someone. Who did we not... I don't know who we didn't max out with. I mean, I guess Junko technically, because they get messed right away. Asking me out on a date? You're such a cute little kitty. I guess I went on a date with Junko. Junko's really supposed to be...
But more important.
Just want to make this clear right up front. Don't get the wrong idea about any of this, okay? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Hope you're not expecting anything from me.
Yeah.
Gotta keep my virtue safe, you know. What? No, no.
Come on.
Figured you're not that kind of guy. Looking at you, I get a total omega male. What?
Yeah.
I see even the tamest guy can turn into a wild animal. Okay. I seem to attract guys like that. Probably because she's so, flashy.
What the?
Call me up super late at night and I'm like, hey, let's hang. Like, I don't know what that means. Why super late at night? Why does Junko seem annoyed at it? Oh, you just meant hanging out.
Huh?
Did you just come to a decision or something? Nope.
For real.
So we all get together, whole groups. Keeping creepos like that is full-time job. Must be tough. You're models, so it must be really popular.
Huh?
Oh, you actually get it. You do get it, right? You totally get me. Do?
Totally.
I can introduce you to some of my friends sometime. That's your type. You're super passive, right? So you need an aggressive girl.
For real?
Someone who'll go after you and not give up. Weird. Nope.
Yeah.
I'll find the perfect girl for you as soon as we get out of here. Well. Back to my room. Bum, bum.
This is a school announcement.
Officially nighttime.
Okay then.
D2.
I feel as if...
Not my usual self. Perhaps I traveled to a parallel world to re-energize. Well, my family seems fine.
Isn't that wonderful?
Working your ear beaver butts off. Let me give you something as a reward. A spirit bomb.
See ya later!
Nice day. So we need 2 wrenches and 4 more chisels. Okay. Y'all look like you're fine. Stick you there. Oh, some places are more tiring for you than others. Interesting. Yeah, alright. I got some Bunsen burners. Go spend time with someone. So, is Monokuma actually an option? I don't think Monokuma is actually an option. Can't interact with them. Okay, what happens with a trip ticket? Oh, interesting. We can go to... Sure. Let's go to the garden. Here we are at the garden. All kinds of plants growing under the fake blue sky. Don't recognize most of them. Looks like nobody's here right now. Do some gardening?
Huh?
Yeah. He's missing a girl. Okay.
Aww.
Waste of time. Okay, I see. It's kind of a substitute for the gift thing.
Okay then.
Sayaka seems to be feeling good. Weird. Okay, you're tired, so we'll let you go there. Actually, what do I need? Chisels, wrench. There you are. Spend time in the laundry room.
But more important, this is bad.
I'm gonna die from being so bored.
Bad, 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 bad.
Affected, terminal boredom. Is it really that bad?
Aw.
I hate being bored.
Yeah.
I never noticed how much I hate it. But once we got trapped in here, it finally hit me. It's pretty recent.
Are you for real?
I'd rather be living homeless on the street than stuck in here. Homeless?
Totally.
Yeah, you know, like the hobo life. Done it before, you know. Bye, Phoenix Failure. Have?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long story. Now you're a model? Well, it's a long story too. How many long stories do you have?
But more important.
Seriously, if I had to choose between staying here and being homeless again, give me the street. I guess I can understand that. I mean, you're probably in more danger here than there.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh hell no, homelessness is totally dangerous. You never know when a pack of wild animals might show up. Wild animals?
What?
I don't mean literally, I mean people who attack the weak, who want to hurt you. The world's full of animals like that, you know? Still, I think having to live like that made me way stronger though. Hearing someone with actual experience talk like that really has a lot of weight to it.
But more important.
It got kind of weird, huh? All I was trying to say is, when the hell are you gonna get out of here?
Hey!
When are we gonna get out? Tell me what we gotta do. Tell me I know how to keep a secret.
What the hell is this?
Well, I mean, there's no way they'd make it that easy. Listen, if you're thinking of doing anything drastic, you're not thinking of doing anything drastic, are you? Oh, you mean the whole kill someone thing? Don't worry, I can never kill someone.
Huh?
What if do I look like I would? Do I seriously look like a killer? That's not what I meant.
For real?
No way, are you saying you're worried about me? Gotta say, Makoto, that's kinda cute. Also killed me with the cuteness there. Huh? Just screwing with you, you didn't take it serious, did you? But you know, there's something about you, I don't get sick of talking to you like I do most people. Let's hang out again sometime, okay? There's something playful about the way Junko walked away. Still don't get her. Am I getting played somehow? Ooh, we unlocked the skill trance. Back to my room.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to put more people on cleaning duty. Okay. I need 2 more aluminum cans. Let's try that. I went up to Monokuma, it wouldn't let me try hanging out with him. I don't think he's actually an option. Three aluminum cans. Cool.
Are you for real?
Feeling totally live, can you guys take it from here? Oh, did I wear you out? You look down? Ew, no. Can't go out with you guys. What kind of bird do you think I am? I can see how much everyone likes you. Special service of those who just can't have fun unless you can see all the numbers. Also be forced to see who doesn't like you. Are you sure you can handle it? Oh, no relationships. That's interesting.
Well?
Just didn't see anything going on in that relationship chart. Can you see that again?
Now then.
I don't really see anything going on. Nobody likes this, I guess. Okay, well, I got... Junko's gone now. We didn't get Sakura, did we? I feel like we didn't get there. Can't remember. Let's just go. Spend time together.
Well then.
Right. We work out. Bum, bum, bum. Sakura liked...
This. What? So then. Hey.
I suppose I can share this with you. Share what? Oh, right. This is about her dad being lifelong rival. We've seen this before.
However.
Cheer 50 for Sakura. Use
well.
It's real combat. He laughs in the face of combat sports. No one can come close to him. Never loses. Kenshiro.
Well.
Stories in there. Will you hear what I have to say and not laugh? Why would I laugh? I can tell you'll laugh.
So in the end. I'm sorry.
I too have the heart of a woman. She refused to say any more and left me standing there. Heart of a woman. Oh, that was the last thing. Whoops. Tranquility. Bum, bum, bum.
Okay then.
Sakya, sing, doing good.
Isn't that wonderful?
Working or eager. Oh, we got a rad bowl.
See ya later.
Oh, okay. Those are items I can use to... Interesting. Okay, we should be able to make... We need 2 more chisels. Can't use that on you. Chisels, chisels, I need chisels. Junko's not dead, she's just gone for 3 days. Only one chisel. That's not good. Can we go to the gym? Oh, we can't. Maybe the rec room then? I don't know why I keep taking people to places where they end up dying. It almost makes me feel like I'm not at school. What should we do?
Well,
Not sure I agree.
however,
I think this room is appropriate for a school campus. Oh no, I took her in the wrong spot.
of course.
Huh.
Okay then.
Better review everything one more time. We need one more chisel. Yep, okay. So, how'd your first project review go? I didn't. Found it difficult. I have some good news. This mode has its very own new game plus cycle. Only your collection level and cleaning level carry over, but you'll be able to take another shot at it. Even if you're not great at stuff like this, as long as you don't give up, you'll make your way through it. Still, success is possible in a single playthrough. Maybe you can accept the challenge someday. Neat. Interesting. Alright. Well, I think we're gonna leave it there. I'm not intending to stream the rest of this portion of the game. I just wanted to check it out. We did the full story playthrough, so that's where I'm leaving that. Next stream is gonna be on Sunday at, I think I wrote down 10 a.m. 10 to 2. We're gonna be switching to a game called Abzu. It's supposed to be a chill underwater thing, as long as I can get that to work. I haven't tried it yet, but we'll see. But that's the plan for Sunday. I'm waiting for a thing to show up for my setup, and when we get that in, I want to start playing Yona and the Celestial Elephants, but I want to download that on Switch. Danganronpa 2 I think will be a thing we do eventually. Just need a break at least in between. So that's the plans for the stream. Thank you for hanging out while we played this game. This was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. Thank you everybody who hung out, lurked, chatted, subscribed, followed, cheered. It was good. This was fun. I'm gonna go now, but I'll see you all on Sunday. So take care.